Welcome to Flute 360, the podcast that reminds you everything is connected. I'm Dr. Heidi K. Begay, flutist, educator, creative entrepreneur, and follower of Christ. Here we explore the full circle, the 360, of your life as a musician. Because who you are as a person shapes who you are as an artist, and the lessons you learn outside the practice room are just as vital as the hours with your flute in hand. From health and spiritual growth to artistry and career fulfillment, this space is where it all intersects. Come as you are. There's a seat for you at the Flute 360 table. Today's episode is episode 337, and it's titled, "The Back to School Crash is Real. Here's how to bounce back." Hey, Flute 360er. Quick question. Are you ready to feel supported this school year, not just in your playing, but in life too? If so, don't miss our next Flute 360 Accelerator session happening on Saturday, September 27th, 2025, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Time. The Accelerator is the only membership for flutists that nurtures both your calling and your career, so you can finally play, teach, and create from a place of deep alignment. This is where we talk about the real stuff, navigating family challenges, processing grief, or figuring out how to bring more expression into your music. It's a safe, uplifting space where I come alongside you with tools and encouragement so you can grow personally, professionally, and artistically. Seats fill up fast, and these sessions only happen once a month, so don't wait. Click the link in the show notes below to grab your seat today. Hey there, flute friend. It feels fantastic to get behind the microphone yet again to record some amazing content for our Flute 360 community. Thank you so much for clicking play and for being here. So today, let's chat about where most of us are right now in this particular season. The shift from summer into the new school year. A lot of my students, colleagues, and friends are feeling it. Are you? Summer often gives us more space, right? Maybe you got to sleep in a little bit more, stayed up late, and had more freedom in your schedule. And now, early marching band rehearsals, classes, teaching, studying into the night, and juggling all the things. It can feel like a lot. So as we step into the 2025 through 2026 school year, my encouragement is this. Please be kind and gentle with yourself in the transition. What I've learned through past seasons of injury and rehab is that the human body is resilient. It adapts oh so beautifully when given the right tools and support. Everyone's experience is unique, but we all share some basic needs, right? Rest, movement, fuel, and balance. When those are in place, your body and artistry can thrive. Now, one thing I keep hearing over and over from my students, whether they are younger, middle-aged, a little bit older, is, "Dr. Heidi, I am so tired. What gives?" And that's real. Going from late night Netflix binges to 7 a.m. rehearsals is a huge shift. So let's start with one of the most powerful ways to support yourself, and that is sleep. Now, most adults generally need 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep, while teens and college students often need closer to 8 to 10 hours. But We all know that knowing and doing are two different things. We know this information, but do we actually adhere to these recommendations? Personally, I try to keep my sleep routine as steady as possible, weekday or weekend, so Mondays don't feel like such a huge shock. For example, aiming for going to bed at 10 p.m. and waking up at 6 a.m. gives me a solid 8 hours, and my body thanks me for it. Now, I'm not perfect with this. Eric is my witness. I will slip up hugely from time to time, and that's okay. You can always pick up where you left off. You're human. You're going to slip up. But having a routine, having something in place can really help you towards your health goals. Something I found helpful is a free sleep app that tracks sleep cycles and suggests good times to wake up or go to bed. Now, it should be noted that these apps aren't perfect at reading REM, but they can help you think more intentionally about your sleep. Some adults feel best with around 5 REM cycles, others with 6. So for example, with me, I specifically need, and I know that my body needs, 6 cycles. Eric, for example, feels groggy if he gets too much sleep. So he thrives on 5 cycles, where I thrive on 6. This is a great example how everyone's body is different. So definitely experiment. You can also track your sleep with an Apple Watch if you love that data. But if that feels overwhelming, just stick to the basics. All right, so let's move on to another big piece, and that is food and winding down from the day. If falling asleep is the tricky part, take a look at what you're eating and drinking before bed or throughout the day. For me, shutting my brain off at night is hard because it's constantly buzzing with new ideas, new courses, new ways to support you, all the things for Red House and Flute 360. I found that small tweaks in my diet can really help. Kiwis, walnuts, chamomile tea, lavender oil, even a warm bath can calm me down. Research even shows that kiwi fruit and tart cherry juice can help sleep for many people. Now, this is the part where I talk about experiment. And I did some experimentation with tart cherry juice for a while. And it worked wonders for my neck and back, but I noticed that it seemed to aggravate my rosacea on my face. That was my own personal experience. Now, it may not be the same for everyone. So what did I do instead? I swapped to kiwis. The takeaway? Please keep a food journal. It will make a huge difference towards your lifestyle and health goals. Notice what helps you and what doesn't. Your body will definitely show you. And one of my things that I say in life and towards my own health goals is your body keeps count. It will show you what you need and what it doesn't need. So keep that journal, keep reflecting, and you will find and notice patterns that will either serve you or take you away from those goals. Speaking of winding down, another thing I forgot to mention earlier that's absolutely huge for calming the nervous system is breath work. This is something I use myself and also give to my students. And it doesn't have to take long at all. There are 2 exercises that I want to highlight, and let's jump into the first one. So here's the first exercise. Perfect if you're short on time. Now you're going to inhale deeply through your nose, then take a little top-off breath through your nose again, and then exhale as long as you can through your mouth. Let me quickly demonstrate it for you. Here we go. Inhale, top off breath, exhale. Again, inhale, top off, exhale. Great. That's it. Super simple and super effective. Now, the second exercise is great if you have 5 minutes. Try this second activity. And that is you are going to inhale through your nose for 4 beats, exhale through your mouth for 4 counts, then pause for 1 beat before repeating. Keep going for about 5 minutes. And while you're doing this, notice your body, the environment, your surroundings, and stay present with the breath. Now, if you want to actually go through this exercise with me, I'm not going to carve out 5 minutes right now, but in a past episode, I actually went through the 5-minute exercise with you in real time. I will definitely put that episode's show notes and the show's link available in today's episode. So go down to the show notes, click away, and you can breathe happily with me in exercise number 2. Both of these exercises are great for calming your nervous system, bringing you into the present moment, and releasing some of that stress that builds up throughout the day. So between sleep, food, and breath work, you're already giving your body some powerful support. But let's keep going, okay? Because there are other things that matter too. Another thing that I recommend that you consider is to build little rituals that signal to your brain it's time to wind down and get ready for bed. So, for example, laying out your clothes the night before, prepping a chia seed pudding for breakfast, ooh yum, and maybe doing some physical stretches or taking a hot bath. These small cues add up, and your body then learns over time, oh yeah, we're getting ready for bed. Now, if you are interested in a chia seed pudding recipe, all I do is I take organic chia seeds and add it to a can of organic coconut milk. So 1 can of coconut milk, I pour into a mason jar, put a few tablespoons, if not 3 or 4 tablespoons of chia seeds into the coconut milk, a couple splashes of vanilla extract, shake it up, put on a sealed top lid, and put it into the refrigerator overnight. The next morning, you will have a fantastic chia seed pudding breakfast yummy dish, and you can add any of your favorite fruits, berries, nuts, etc. into the dish. I love to add into the chia seed pudding some blueberries, a couple squirts of local raw organic honey, and maybe some almonds, pecans, etc. Whatever you have on hand, whatever you have in the pantry is going to go swimmingly well into that chia seed pudding. It's filled with tons of amazing antioxidants, protein, and there's a slew of health benefits from that pudding alone. Give it a try and let me know what you think. So moving on, here's another one that experts suggest. Try cutting out screens an hour before bed. Things like your TV, computer screens, your phone, or a tablet. Now, I'm not going to lie, your girl here, I can't really relate yet to this tidbit because I still have a hard time with this one. Now, one of my 2026 goals is to be more disciplined with when I cut off screen time because I know it does impact my sleep cycles. It would be a really fun experiment to see what happens when I actually turn everything off an hour before sleep. But yeah, your girl here has a really difficult time with that one because I do love researching and finding fun content on TikTok. My For You page is always filled up with really neat conference ideas, music inspiration, and the like. So if you struggle with this one too, I'm right there with you. And let me just say this. Sometimes, even when you do all the right things, you may still wake up tired. That's what a lot of my students have been telling me lately. I'm getting my 8 hours of sleep. What gives? I don't understand why the next day I'm still bogged down. That's because stress, maybe processed foods, and overcommitment all drain your energy. So I'm curious, what can come off your plate today or for this upcoming semester? What fast foods can you swap for fresh fruits, veggies, or lean protein? In my own journey, I had to radically cut fast food completely from my diet in order to heal. Now, the other thing that I want to bring to your attention, and that is coffee. I know coffee can be this really warm ritual that most people go through each morning before they start their day. I was the same way. If you remember correctly, in the intro of the original Flute 360 dialogue at the top of most episodes, I say grab your espresso, your favorite notebook, and a pen. And I said that because I was an espresso addict. But now, noticing days, weeks, seasons later, how my body responds to the caffeine in coffee, I had to remove it from my diet altogether. And about coffee, let me say this. For some people, moderate coffee consumption, maybe 1 or 2 cups a day, is perfectly healthy and even comes with some health benefits. But that's coffee in its simplest form. I see a lot of, especially Americans, pour a lot of refined sugar or syrups into their coffee, and that's when the body could get inflamed because of those toxins. But that's coffee in its simple form, okay? Not when it's chock full of artificial creamers, refined sugars, or flavored syrups. Those add-ins can be hard on the body because they increase inflammation and tax your system, which actually works against the benefits of the coffee itself. So a lot of people think, oh, I'm having coffee, I'm waking up, I have my ritual, all really great. But just take 10 steps back and notice, what am I putting in this beverage? Is it going to support my body or not support it? Be really honest and truthful with yourself. For me personally, I realized I felt better switching to green tea, which has less caffeine and a gentler effect. So if you find yourself dependent on coffee or stuck in an energy crash cycle, please try experimenting with cutting back or swapping it out. The key, again, is to notice how your own body responds. Okay, so moving on. Don't forget exercise or movement. We sit at our desks and in our practice studio quite a lot, right? I encourage you to get up, move it, shake it up, and get that heart pumping, get the blood flowing. Exercise isn't just about building muscle. It helps you breathe deeper. Think about that for your artistic goals. Reduce stress and feed your artistry. What I have found and what Eric has found to be true with our exercise goals is that just pure walking has tremendous health benefits. Even a daily walk of around 7,000 to 8,000 steps can reset your nervous system, boost circulation, which helps get oxygen and nutrients from head to toe throughout your body, and give your brain the creative spark it craves. And also walking, if you can do it outside, even better. Being outdoors and seeing the greens from the trees, the blues from water or the sky can ground and inspire you in what ways that scrolling through a screen never will. So as you step into this fall season, remember, your body is resilient, but it needs your support. Please experiment with sleep patterns, tracking your food, practicing breath work, creating calming rituals, choosing whole foods over highly processed ones, and moving your body a little each day. Most importantly, show yourself grace in this transition. You can't pour into your music, your practicing, your students, your audience, your studies, or your relationships if your well is empty. Take care of yourself first so your artistry can flow from a place of wholeness. That does it for today's episode. Please eat, sleep, breathe, and move well. And until next time. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of Flute 360. And just as a friendly reminder, everything I share here in this episode is for educational purposes only. This podcast is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Please consult with a qualified healthcare provider before making any changes to your diet, lifestyle, exercise, or health routine. So, flute friend, if you're tired of trying to piece everything together on your own, your teaching, your playing, your faith, your career, come join us inside the accelerator. You don't have to walk this path by yourself. Together, we'll help you break through resistance, find accountability, and create the artistic life God's called you to. Our next session is Saturday, September 27th, 2025, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Time. Reserve your spot now through the link in the show notes. I can't wait to see you there. Let's talk about flute.